to the most unpredictable race of the season. Davey Serracchiero takes pole from Rainbow in P2. Marcus Adelaide lands up third from Jens Olsen and Blake Jaslow from 5th. Then we've got Ultra 6th from 7th from Sebastian Campo, then Slam Fall, Dori Giordetto, Vestio, and Carl Samaro field top after it. The bomb out start by Vinay, Tom Leon, and Darren Castro. And after that, we've got Theory Headley, Ahmed Silla, UK Ball, Livery, Taco Van Horn, Akari Sato, Makar Dalabon-Sarov. Here we are, Monza, the place of chaos. We've seen it in many years. This is another installment of a 5 red lights, and we're underway to start the Italian Grand Prix. Anyone can win this race to the chaos that goes on, and Rainbow's had a dream getaway to his home Grand Prix. And in towards the first corner, it is neck and neck between Serracchiero and Rainbow. Now, which one's going to come out in the lead? Will it be any of them? Serracchiero does. He comes out in the lead there. Rainbow goes completely wide as people further back also go wide. Sato completely off the track as he's alongside his teammate Matthew Hart in towards the chicane at turn 4 and 5. This has a lot of chaos. Rainbow leads though. And oh, he hits the wall. Rainbow hits the wall in his whole Grand Prix. And that's a disastrous first lap to start the race. Davey Serracchiero pulls away out in front with a 1.9 second lead. The first lap has went awful for Ferrari. Ultra does take 4th, but Rainbow is a sitting duck in the straight line. He has got no more speed now. His front wing, being obliterated, has completely killed his pace, and that is far, far from ideal for him, as he needs to try and nurse that car back to the pits. There's nothing he can do about that. That is unfortunate damage, which is going to have to be repaired, as Davey Serracchiero now leads by 2.2 seconds. Disaster for Ferrari, and the Tifosi are not going to be happy with that. Very much a little too ambitious into the turn 4 and 5 chicane. One who isn't being ambitious here is Davey Serracchiero, who's managing this pretty well, as they're going one down the inside. Oh, believe the Drag Sonic, who maintained 7th place, but this is it. The corner where most of the crashes come on, turns 4 and turn 5. Here is Serracchiero, he survives it. It's getting really close for these drivers, as no one hit the wall yet. Vinay has a 5-second penalty for causing a collision, so that was a little bit unexpected to come to him, as more drivers clearing the chicane without any issues. And here is Rainbow on the mediums, as the crowd will probably be cheering on to try and push back to see what he can reclaim. Well, yeah, big gap between Olsen and Adelaide. Adelaide having a DNF at the very start of last race, only making the source corner and nothing else. Here is Ultra. He'll be wanting to get ahead of Adelaide. Can't get ahead yet. So the Ferrari is going to have to settle for 4th at the moment. DRS active. Olsen fast lap race. Ocampo takes it. He's in 5th right now. Don't count him out at all for anything, because he is on the faster compound, and he's going to go down the inside. It's contact. He sends himself into the wall there. Off the track as well goes Blade Drag Sonic. He overtakes. He's up in P6. Green flag track is cleared. But what was going on there down at the chicane? As Davey Serracchiero, he survives it. Olsen, he hits the wall this time. Not good for him. That's definitely a fact. That as into the wall goes Vinayak. Demento as well, also going into the wall. Many drivers not having a good time. And oh, who's that? That is Theory Hadley out of this race. His car already gone. We didn't get a chance to see it. And chaos in the first part of this Grand Prix, as expected. Surprisingly, only one retirement. I honestly thought there would be more, but it turns out there's not. But it's the ending. We're gonna go green, and there we go. Green flag conditions, and softs already wearing out. This is not good for anyone who wants to start the softs at Adelaide. Perfect launch there, getting up into 2nd place. Ultra is going to get 3rd there. Also dropping 2 places on the restart, and he goes straight into the pit lane there. Rainbow on 3 warnings for track limits now. Meanwhile, so many drivers fighting in a pack here down the start finish straight here in Monza. What a camera angle we just seen there. As so many people jockeying for position, you can't even see who's going to come out in front of who. As expected, many cars colliding. AlphaTauri and the Red Bull collide. Virtual safety car deployed. Don't think any of these guys are actually out. There is a virtual safety car. Sergio! That's why the virtual safety car's out. He's out of the race. It looks like a mechanical failure on the 4th lap of 13. And that promotes Ultra up into 2nd place. As much as the Tifosi will love Revo for being Italian in the Italian team, I think even Ultra winning is good enough for them when Revo's in such a bad place right now. So yeah, Tifosi will be really happy with that one. That's one less car for Ultra to clear. Thing is, he could get cleared himself. As Ahmed Silla picks up a penalty for causing a collision in P12. Blake Sonic also getting a penalty, but this time it is for track limits. He has got a 7-second advantage over Carlos Eduardo, so he should be fine. Because the softs, they're also wearing out, so he's also going to have just no pace. Olsen has a 5-second penalty for track limits as well. The McLaren down in 17th place. Meanwhile, Revo is on the back of him. The McLaren, though, seems to be a lot quicker. With like 2 warnings for track limits now. In the Renault, so many people coming in the pitch. What is this? Now, what is this for a pit stop battle? Like, honestly, so many people coming in. I've seen softs come out, hards, mediums, every single compound has came out. Virtual safety car, and it's Marcus Adelaide. He's had a crash, stranded in the middle of the track there. Lamfong promoted him into 2nd place there. Blade Dragon Sonic up into 3rd. So that's another virtual safety car to add to this race. Jeez, will this chaos ever stop in Monza? If you want chaos, go to Monza, because as you can very clearly see there, it's providing all the action you want. As we are in the green flag conditions again, and Ultra now, your leader of the Italian Grand Prix, in front of the Tifosi. As Linda and Sonic has just picked themselves up a warning. Darren Castro a penalty. Track limits. Can't believe people are already violating track limits. Like, we're not even that far into this race and people are violating them already, so. And one of their 3 warnings for track limits himself. Let's see what he can do. So Cambo, a penalty for him as well. Penalty being dished out left, right, and centre at the moment. Can't believe that. As first pit stop for Baltasarov coming in for Williams. Now, what is he going to go on to? He's going to go on to suffer the yellow flag out in the middle sector. Is that Ultra involved? Yes! Yes, it is! He's got damage on his front wing. And now Lamfong right on the back of him. As more yellow flags. As it is Olsen, Tom, Leon. They both have hit the wall there. Now can Lamfong catch up and overtake Ultra in the Italian Grand Prix? He's getting closer. Not enough. UK ball spun round there. Oh no, that's not going to end well. That's not going to end well for the Britain. Is it? No. How did he survive that? That's beyond me. Lamfong there takes the lead in the Italian Grand Prix. He's got no penalties himself. He's driven a flawless race so far. 5-second penalty for Di Benedetto. As he's violated track limits too much. Ultra in the pitch as well as Lamfong. Blade Dragon Sonic has a 5-second penalty at the moment and he's leading this race. And soft on for Ultra, soft on for Lamfong. He gets out ahead of Ultra. That is going to be a sigh of relief for Renault, as Lamfong is the net race leader. So keep that in mind. Here's Blade Dragon Sonic, the Dragon car, heading to that turn 4-5 chicane. He's being careful, but it's not careful enough to avoid the wall. Just keeping grip, and he is there in the first position. Vinayak gets up ahead into second place. This is not ending well. Oh, dearie me! The Renault soaring into the air. That's gotta be an injury of some sort. That it's gotta be. How does that happen? I imagine Vinayak could be out for a couple races here. Of course, that incident in Spa would have affected him enough already, and that definitely affected him. I imagine he's going to be going to the hospital to be checked out there, but it's safe to say he's probably not going to be racing for another 2 races at least. There's Ultra up into 7th place there. I do hope the best for Vinayak though, because that was a horrible crash. And yeah, of course, Ravenhill was involved, and he's now got 10 seconds of penalties instead of 5. So many people, though, still fighting for position in this little pack. As Ravenhill gets overtaken, Ultra right on the back of his teammate Tom Leon. 3 warnings for track limits. And you just can't tell who's where. There's Ravenhill into the pit lane. He's backed out of this fight. Carlos Eduardo leads the Italian Grand Prix for Williams Racing. Okay, that happened. Now, yeah, he's the legit leader of this Grand Prix. However, survival is going to make things, a bit sketchy. Sketchy is the best word to describe this, I guess. Because it's really hard to survive at this track. As in the middle sector, something's happened there. Ultra, he's hit the wall. Ferrari's day just keeps getting worse and worse. As both Rainbow and UK Ball out on fresh tyres is in the middle sector again. Something's went on. Ultra, not quite leading this train, but it's Livery who's leading the little train that we got here. That has took up like half the midfield here. So, let's just see. Can Livery hold on to 8th position? And for how long? As here we go, down this back straight. Carlos Eduardo, leader of this race. How long can he hold on to them tyres and his car? That is the important question. As on the 9th lap today, Ocavo into the pits. Probably wouldn't have survived another lap, so he's going on to mediums here to just first of all get rid of his penalty and be safe. Because tyres are important. Tyre life is important here. If your tyres have low life, you have low grip, and if you have low grip, you have a very high chance of crashing. So here we go, Lamfong. He was leading this race earlier on. Can he do anything here as Thredo gets in the wall? And yep, he can. Lamfong up into P2. Just casually chipping away at time. And in the middle sector, something else went on. I think that's Sue Van Horn Livery, possibly. Or maybe just Van Horn. As Matthew Hart up into the points-paying positions right now, P9. That is incredible stuff. Of course, these chaotic races so unpredictable, and they're so unpredictable to the point where literally anyone can win, anyone can score, anyone can get a podium. Because chaos takes out many drivers. It doesn't just take out my drivers, it can take out the world champions, it can take out the best people, it can take out the GOATs. It can do that. As also moving up into 7th place there, nice little move on Livery. And on camera, 1 warning for track limits now. As all Scylla, Demandao and Ultra, they are all coming into the pits to get on fresh tyres. I don't blame them. If they want to go to the end of the race while crashing, that is their best bet. And here comes Carlos Eduardo in the Williams car. How's his chicane gonna go? It's gonna go into the wall. Lamfong surviving only just. His tyres will not be good enough for the end of this race. If he wants to survive realistically, he's gonna have to come into the pits. Spinning around goes Mercio, and also going straight into the back of him. That was very much avoidable. As middle sector again, Matthew Hart pushing Castro. Don't know what he was doing there. Just full on pushed the Haas out the way. As middle sector again It's down box arm. He's reversing. That's not good. As oh, there we go. There was the big hit. That was incoming. Both the star about this race. Ultimo involved in another collision again. And Wano and Fong separated by mere tenths of a second. And yeah, if I was Lam Fong, I would come in now. Even if you're not going to gain anything on the virtual safety car, I would come in just for the fact that you could still survive. As the virtual safety car is ending, what are Renault doing? They're pitting in Wano for Williams and they're pitting Lam Fong for Renault. Both of them into the pits. Versio should have lead if he decides to stay out, but I don't think he will. Too much damage on the AlphaTauri. As who's going to get out ahead actually? Eduardo or Fong? As Fong gets out of his pit box, Eduardo backs down. Fong overtakes Eduardo in the pits. And Olsen stays out in front. He is currently leading this race, but them tyres are way too worn. And livery in the Aston Martin is not far behind. BDS Arnold Camo, 5-second penalties there. All coming in. David Castro for Haas up into third position. What am I seeing? As Olsen hits the wall, that's not good for him. Meanwhile, Ocampo sent on Wano. Oh, jeez. Ocampo, wrong way round. Almost hit lock wheels of Blader Sonic there. As the Dragon and the Red Bull trying to turn themselves around, which they do. Nice way to do that. Livery closing in on Olsen, going for the move. Livery, free experienced driver on this grid. He moves up into first place, forcing Olsen to go as wide as possible. And the battle for the lead, the win possibly, is still on. And it's between Aston Martin, McLaren, Haas, Renault, and yeah, between them teams. These four teams just sitting out in front. Renault, I think I said, I don't know if I said them or not. But yeah, we've got a big four-way fight for the lead of this race. Now, Olsen's probably not going to get it because of his penalty. Someone else can though. And Lam Fong's going to go for it. He goes down the inside of the first corner to take the lead of the race. With 2 laps to go, but he's got a penalty himself. Track limits. And that is not going to help him in the slightest. That could be a horrible way to lose a possible victory. Now, how's he going to do? Because his tyres are really good. His tyres are really good, in fact. And, oh, middle sector. David Castro hits the wall. Ravo hits the wall as well. How is he even up in 6th anyways? What a recovery from the Italian. I'm sure he'll be getting driver of the day today. His virtual safety car. UK balls out of this race. He's crashed there. As now, yeah, look at Lam Fong's actually got a good chance to win. As it stands, if it just ended how it is, he would win this Grand Prix. Actually, it would be very close because of livery. But livery hasn't really won compared to Lam Fong, which means Lam Fong has got a good chance to get a maiden victory. But it's Monza, so chaos can happen at any time. He's got to nail this. VSC ends. He's straight away there after ERS. Trying to get a good restart. He's got an excellent restart. Carlos Eduardo into Williams, going for a move on livery into Parabolica, and moves up into 3rd place onto the final lap of this race. And it's being led by Lam Fong, who drives for Renault. Renault got a win a couple seasons back with Gogorov in Russia. Well, look at this 2 seasons later. It's looking to go the way of Lam Fong. We have to stay on board with him because this is going to be the moment that defines the race here. A sector 1, oh, what has happened there? I don't know. But here it is, Lam Fong having to slow down for the yellow flags. And as a result, he's past the chicane. He's past it. A car restart has got damage to his car. David Castro now down to 7th, still up into 5th. As yellow flags in the middle sector. Oh! Devetto riding a car literally. And that is Castro out this race. Virtual safety car. David Castro's out. Dominic Devetto in P7 right now. And yeah, on the virtual safety car conditions, everyone's slowed down at the same pace. But look at this. What a moment for Lam Fong and for Renault. This is going to be huge for their Constructors' Championship battles. It's going to be very good in securing 4th position this. as the virtual safety car comes to a close. Round the parabolica. He's waited a little bit for this. Couple seats, I think. Lampfong comes across the line to win his first ever Formula 1 race. Renault will be absolutely delighted with that result. Jed's also trying to secure P2. Ahmed Silla, don't forget about him. He could still theoretically get this podium finish, and he's coming to the line. P3 there, but now we await as the results coming in there. And he's got it! He's got it! Ahmed Silla, podium! His first ever podium there. What a race we've just had. That ending, fantastic. So, I've carried you through all the thrills and spills of the Italian Grand Prix. It's been won by a Renault. So not an Italian, but not an Italian team, not an Italian driver, but a French team with a Vietnamese driver. Renault on top. What a result they have just had. Honestly, I bet that's going to bring them back to their 2015 to 2016 days where they were the best team. Oh, I bet they miss it. Anyways, Olsen second, so that's really good for him considering there was many people he's battling the championship having bad results today, so that's always going to be good for him. Ahmed Silla for Haas. Bravo! Bravo. P3 for the Senegalese driver. And with that, we're done with the Italian Grand Prix of Chaos. So, I think this is the first time ever I'm going to say this. Let's listen to the Vietnamese national anthem. So that for first ever victory, that must feel good for him. Then it's Jed Solson, Ahmed Silla for his maiden podium. Then it's Ravo, Dominic Dimadao, First Theo, Livery, Ultramo, Carasato, Taco Van Horn. And then for the non-point scorers, we've got Matthew Ha, Tom Leon, Carlson Mono, BDS, and Ocampo. For the retirees, we've got David Castro, UK Mall, Darren Boxala, Fadayak, Max Adelaide, David Sarkiera, and Thierry Hadley. And after that, we have done in Italy. I can't wait to see you next time when F1 Classic returns. Have a good day.